Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. So on Thursday, we have the new moon. iScribe Steph and I will be doing the new moon messages at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a private event over Zoom, and we'll be doing collective messages that want to come forward for the collective that joins us for that event. So if you're interested in that, the link is in the description box below. Also, we have two subliminals that are available in the Buy Me a Coffee shop. It's customized subliminals, so if you have something that you're working on and you're having a hard time finding subliminals or meditations or affirmations for it online, you can buy a customized subliminal and have something that's made for you. Let's see. Okay, I think that's it. I'm already having, I'm already being pulled in, so let's go ahead. Right. Taking a step aside and allowing spirit to pass through me. Okay, opening up to receive information. I'm having very dark feminine energy step forward. I'm seeing 3 moons. So I think I'm tuning into the goddess Hecate. Let's see. Okay. All right. She's showing me like a vortex or a whirlwind of some kind. Something about spiraling inward. Something about pulling in. Okay, surrender. Okay, so it's almost like there's, oh, and then here we have that sort of shape here. We have that sort of vortex shape coming in. So there is this energy that's going on here, that there may be something that we have to surrender to at this time. It's almost like there's something about the self that we have to surrender to. It's almost like something that we've put to sleep or put to rest. I dare say that whoever this message is for, there's been a lot of outside influence that has caused us to almost like dull something about ourselves, right? Maybe this is our opinions. Maybe this is certain practices that we have. Maybe this is certain abilities that we have. But there's something about the self that has been dulled due to external influences. For some of you, this may even include like being in a marriage where you weren't able to be yourself, right? There's something about not being able to be the self that's coming through in this energy, okay? It's almost like I've been asleep, right? It's this energy of I've been asleep. And Hecate's coming forward because somebody is about to wake up. Somebody is ready to step into who they actually are here. Okay, interesting. Let's see. I feel that this is an ongoing process for some of the people that this message is coming through for. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Okay, there's a card that's coming up here. It's sticking out and it really stood out to me. It's deep, quiet meditation and stillness. So there may be a lot of quiet that's taking place right now. We may even be having a time out at this moment. This can include like isolating, but this can really be just for a period of time that's recent. Some of you, this isn't going to be recent, especially if this has been something that you've been building over time. But for, I think that the majority of the people that this message is meant for, this is something that's new. Okay. There's some sort of choice that's presenting itself in this space, and the choice is whether to transform or stay the same. When we have the fairy godmother, she has a pearl and she has an apple. The temptation is to stick to what's known or what we think is comfortable, but that's based off of certain patterns that we have. And the other one is the pearl of wisdom, the thing that we were supposed to learn. So here there may be a choice that's involved, and that may be one of the reasons why we're in this deep reflective state. Now, I almost feel that there may be an individual around whoever this message is for that's a little shadowy at this time, because this person is really standing out to me. For some of you, this is going to be a being that you're aware of just on the periphery, and it may be that this being or this person, whichever one is your story, may be what is bringing this choice forward. They may be part of this choice, or you may have to make a choice regarding them. Now, the thing about this choice is that it requires us to grow our own self-efficacy in some way. If you look at this card, she's got almost like these bones inside of her. It's the spine, and the spine right now is a little crooked. It's being tossed around a little bit, and she's in the process of that spine solidifying. So this is about having our own decisive nature, our own willpower, about understanding what our opinion is, understanding what direction we want to go in, understanding who we are, so that we're not necessarily blown around by the wind, right, in some way. Okay, so she literally just said, so that our back isn't weak against the wind. There's something about building a solid, firm foundation for ourselves, whether that's internal, mental, emotional, or if it's external to ourselves. Now, this choice has something to do with ending something for some of you. And the reason why is because the bottom card is the death card. We may, and I'm almost seeing the death card, she's got this pearl over here, but I'm almost seeing this, that the death card is holding as a pearl as well. It's really like a crystal ball, but it's being shown to me like a pearl right now. So it's, if somebody has been wondering whether or not they need to end something, the answer for that is, you know, that it needed to end a while ago, right? There's something that here needs to be put to rest so that you can wake up. There is this energy, you know, and for some of you, this may be a situation. For some of you, this is just the constant go around about the situation, right? Some sort of like neurotic thinking, maybe like overthinking a particular situation, going, okay, and she's showing me this now, the round and round and round, right? Believe in yourself is kind of the message that's coming through from this. It's like, believe in yourself. You're stronger than you realize. You have more ability to make it in the world than you realize. You have more ability or skills available to you than you realize. That's kind of the energy that she's giving me. It's almost like she's coming through for somebody to give them a little bit of a pep talk, because there's something very difficult that someone is having to do here. And they don't necessarily believe in themselves. And one of the reasons why she's stepping forward for this collective is because she's trying to say, you know, you are my child. In other words, whoever I'm speaking to in this collective, there's a high degree of magical ability. You may even be somebody that resonates with being a practicing witch, or, you know, having shamanic ability. There's something about the threefold path, right? So heaven, middle, and hell. So again, that really strikes me as shamanism, with the upper world, the middle world, the lower world. But for some of you, again, it's going to be witchcraft. That's what Hecate is known for, is being the mother of witches. So there's this high degree of magical ability, probably even psychic ability, that's available to the person that this message is for. And so there's something about trusting your intuition as you go about this path. What's behind you and what's in front of you are not more important than what's currently present, right? The present moment is what determines what's about to happen. And so there's something about a choice here that's very, very important at this time. For the collective in general, whether it's this collective I'm reading for, or other collectives that I've read for in the past, the month of August is really important. I don't know why exactly, but that's been a month that's been highlighted since the very beginning of this year. It started coming in around December, January, that there's something around midsummer or around this like August time period that's going to be very important for people, particularly mid-August. So there's some important things that are happening and important things that are in the works, and it's almost as though everyone's spirit team is kind of like waiting with bated breath. What will people do? What will people choose? There's something on a collective level where we have a choice in our individual lives to elevate the energy of our collective consciousness. So there's a choice here, right? What were the lessons leading up to this? What were we supposed to learn? And are we willing to do the thing that may be uncomfortable or scary in order to enact this lesson, right? In order to pass this sort of, lack of a better term, test. So this is a very important time for whoever's message this is. Let's see. Some of you, this sort of, one of the reasons why we may be afraid to put something to bed is because we may be afraid of being alone. We have the orphan showing up. If it's not necessarily being alone, it's anything that encapsulates the orphan, right? Being left behind, not belonging, having to fend for oneself. There may even be, okay, Hecate's saying something different now. It may even be having lives where we had been an orphan, or we had been homeless, or we had been this or that, you know, we struggled, we didn't have enough food, we had to find shelter. This may even be a theme that's repeating in this life for this collective in some way. And so there's this energy of being cut off from the rest, which is a theme that you will find often in people who have that sort of witchcraft nature, right? Whether it's having the witch wound, or if it's something that's repeating in this life because maybe you resonate with the blue flame, for example. There is this energy that there's something here that's trying to transform. This doesn't have to be the story. We can have our own foundation, our own solid sort of sense of self, step into the unknown and provide for ourselves. That's been the lesson. So whoever's message this is, whether it's providing for yourself emotionally, providing for yourself mentally, providing for yourself physically, right? The message that she's bringing forward is that you have the ability to do that. The only thing that's standing in your way is your belief of yourself. And so she's coming forward with this message of, again, believe in yourself. You're more powerful than you realize. Okay. One thing she wants me to go into is, the reason why when we step into ourself as individuals, the reason why that elevates the collective consciousness, especially when it happens on a mass scale, the way that it's supposed to during this season, is because it's essentially us stepping into our personal power. One of the reasons why we have the problems in the world that we have is because we have mass groups of people that feel disempowered. Right? So when we don't have our own sense of power, our own sense of agency, our own sense of authority or self-efficacy, we look for other people to fix things for us. Well, I can't change and I can't do the things I need to for myself, so you have to, right? And this comes into places where we're going to take from somebody. We're going to force people to be away. We're going to force them to think and look and act away. So whoever's message this is, this individual process that you're going through, it's more than just you, right? It's more than just you. When we change things in ourselves, we start to cause a domino effect, almost like a butterfly effect that happens in the collective. So we have to take this not as a responsibility on our shoulders, but we have to understand the part that we play. And this is something that Hecate is bringing forward, that she wants people to understand, is that this is not just about you. It's coming to you in such a way that it might not necessarily come to another collective because of the high degree of magic and the high degree of psychic ability. It is the wise ones in the collective, so those who have that sort of magical gifting or the psychic ability natural to them, that always influence things to a higher degree. This is one reason why they've been feared through history, right? Is because of the amount of power and the amount of sway they hold over the collective unconscious. Whoever's message this is an energy that can be healed within the collective, but we have to step up and do it within ourselves. So we have this energy here too, the Queen of Day. Now, the Queen of Day is a very beautiful card for me. The Queen of Day is, I always read it as the Queen of the New Day, meaning the ability to change something. And what we're changing here with the number 4 is a conflict. If you've watched me for any length of time, number 4 is my personal number for conflict. There's this idea here that the things that are holding us back are things that we can now overturn and we can change. And as we overturn and change those things, we'll notice in our immediate environment that that story begins to change as well. So this is, again, you guys know how important it is to me, a process of manifestation, of changing certain things within our reality. And again, this goes not just into an individual level, but this is about a collective. If we do our part and the next magical person next to you does their part and they do their part, we all learn our lessons, slowly we lift the energy of the collective, right? So this is a very important time, not just for you as an individual, not just for like the spiritual community, but for humanity as a whole. Okay, and we have the Mentor. For some of you, you were aware that Hecate is kind of reaching down and into you, right? Appearing different places or showing up in dreams, or you just hear her name everywhere. This is because there is some sort of mentorship role that she is trying to take with someone, again, especially if you have magical ability or you're psychically gifted. For some of you, you're going to resonate more with being mediums. there is this idea of trying to bring wisdom into a person. We have 2 owls, so you may even be seeing owls at this time. We have an owl here and an owl here. And again, lots of pearl imagery is coming through. There's another pearl here. So pearls may be important for somebody. Someone, I do have to say this for somebody here, you have an ancestor whose name was Pearl, who is actually the one that's embodying this card, who is trying to come forward and make contact with you and work with you. So if you don't practice ancestor veneration or honor this ancestor, it might be a good time to start, right? This is how we establish the energy connection so that we can begin to work and partner together. But for many of you, this is going to be this goddess that is trying to reach forward. And, you know, I even am feeling that it's not necessarily just her. It could be any of the deities that enwrap that sort of triplicity. Also crossroads deities, right? Or even the Loa, for example. There's just this this energy that the in-between, the liminal, the beings that embody that liminal space or embody and encapsulate the threefold world are trying to reach out into the collective to help this, because it's not just about what's happening here on Earth. It's about bringing the unconscious material and making it conscious and enlightened in some way, right? This raising up of energy by partnering with those darker energies within us. Again, with that snake. In shamanism, the snake is around the tree in the roots, right? So it's that underworld, middle world, upper world. So there's all the beings that are involved in that. It's like that's what's stepping forward now. But it's happening in this reading through the face of Hecate. So again, that may be who has been reaching out to you and resonating with you. For some of you, it's going to be, for example, like Ishtar. Some of you, even Isis, and some of you, it's going to be, for example, like Papa Legba, those crossroads beings. So for some of you, it's even going to be black dogs. Okay, let's see. The interconnection of things is very important right now. So you may be experiencing lots of synchronicities, and this is going to be one of the things that you realize as a sign. These synchronicities, these liminal spaces, these little glitches in time, right? Missing time, having repetitious events take place, and you're like, wait, that totally just happened. More than just deja vu, though deja vu can certainly be important. There may even be songs about the crossroads or songs about liminal spaces or being between that's going to be important to somebody. For example, if you've been asking me about this deck, the Between the Worlds deck, which is the bird deck that I use, you know, this reading might be for you. There's something about in between, being in between. And that's because the signature of the person that she's giving me, this collective that she's giving me, this is like the gatekeepers, right? That's kind of the energy that it gives me. It's like those through whom knowledge passes through, or those through whom things are channeled through. So whoever's message this is, we came in with a lot of responsibility, right? We came in with a lot of responsibility. And this is an energy that in doing the things for yourself, it does it for the collective. And so take your own journey and take your own processes very seriously. Not seriously like you have to beat yourself up about things, right? Approach it in a lighthearted way in order to make it go better. But to understand the seriousness of just how important you are in this sort of fabric of humanity. So whatever it is that you're dealing with, if you resonate with this, if you haven't been believing in yourself, her message is very clear to believe in yourself. And if you need that help in believing with herself, she's trying to make herself available. So whoever's message this is, I hope this resonates with you. If it does, feel free to like it. Feel free to leave a comment. And until next time.